Okay, guys, correct your kids. Make sure you correct them. So I am finishing up school today and teaching with kids. And, I had a really good time with these new group of kids. And I was like, helping them and stuff. And one girl is like, do you know how to read? And this is funny because my husband was always like, I don't think you know how to read. I go, I know how to read. Why? Do you know how to read? And she's like, no, I don't know how to read. I go, okay, do you want me to, read you a book? So that was cool. The cute little kids and everything. I had one girl very clingy to me, and I'm like, could you actually stop pulling on my arm? You are hurting my wrist. So, had fun with the kids, about 30 some odd kids. CEO was in, so I'm glad that I had changed my clothes from earlier. But I did have one boy who was a problem, and I just love little boys, right? But this boy was probably 8 or 9 already. They told me they had a problem with him already. So I had said no to him about being in the caboose because another kid already said he was going to. So I'm like, get in line. The answer's no. Get in line and get going. And he was giving me a little bit of a hard time. So we get outside and they were allowed to throw their pumpkins and do some pumpkin smashing today. So they were doing that, picking up the seeds and stuff. And I had told him, get over where you're supposed to be. You were told, to get on the pavement, not the playground kind of thing. And he actually took his pumpkin and went to go throw the pumpkin at me. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? What do you think you are doing right now? And I laid into him and I told the lead teacher, hey, so and so was actually going to throw a pumpkin at me. And of course, they don't do a lot. And, they're just like, we're going to call your parents, right? So this kid is already out of control. So I went up to him. I don't know the school policies, but I'm like, hey, listen to me right now. I said, I have 5 sons that have never, ever in their life put their arm up to me. And I don't know who you think you are, but you're not going to put your arm up to me again. Do you understand that, boy? I mean, I really laid into this kid. And I'm like, I don't know who you think you are, but you know what? Do you know why my boys didn't ever, lift a hand to me? He goes, why? And I said, because they would have been in big trouble. That's why. And he had thrown a pumpkin at school property too. So I'm like, give me that pumpkin now. You were told not to do that. And he lied and said, I didn't know. I didn't hear you. I said, you know better. So, anyways, I said, you're going to apologize right now, buddy, to me. And he did. He said sorry. And I said, you will never do that to me again. So, I mean, I don't even know school policies, but basic respect, guys. So then he was told to give the pumpkin to the lead teacher, and he wouldn't. So one of the guys had to go deal with him. And, I don't know if he was going to, lay this kid down or what, but this kid was screaming. He was lying. He was out of control. Make sure you correct your kids so that when they go to school, the teachers don't have to. This is a lot of behavioral problems at the schools. So make sure you do correct your kids and make sure they never think they could do that. And when I was in school, you didn't argue with the teachers, or they would literally lay hands on you and drag you by your ear or tell your parents, and you'd be getting a huge whopping when you got home. So make sure you do correct your kids, guys.